Exactly. Today we've seen some super goals in the Euros for in the final day. I mean, obviously because of goals near 190, it means there's just 5 teams per and an end share goal in the first round of side games. No, the Portugal versus Czechia game, no, or Czech Republic game, no, just ended. Obviously, big game, a lot of dynamics. Of course, I know that there are a lot of Ronaldo fans and a lot of Messi fans. So I say, yes, Ronaldo wasn't able to get his goal, but it was a highly entertaining game. I've said, except for me, Portugal coach Alfredo Roberto Martinez, he is one of the best coaches on the tactical board. Yesterday, I felt he could have done better. I thought he could have controlled the game better, especially when his lineup. I thought that he could do better, especially starting with Diogo Dalot and not starting Gonzalo Inacio in that back three. Again, I think say in the middle of the pack, I didn't see the Portugal very high technical team have a lot of combination play in there. I think that they were consistently trying to use the width to break down Team Efren in Czechia. They could have done better in trying to break down Czechia in the central areas with combination play from Vitinha and Abrantia, Efren Bernardo Silva. But the big issue was that they were scared for turnovers because they didn't have a proper defensive cover and they were playing Bruno Fernandes in there instead of João Paulinho. Now that's obviously going to affect the Portuguese team and it was also obviously going to affect them in central areas if there was a turnover from the Turkish side. Again, one of the big issues of that goal at Czechia for the share or the Czech Republic for share. Just the first time Portugal were asked to defend their box, there was nobody there to help defend the box for them, and then they were found wanted. But then, all in all, a very good goal, a Buffy set up by Nuno Mendes, of course, took a ricochet of the Serbian player, own goal, and then finally Cristiano Ronaldo headed the ball against the post. What's his name? Vitinha headed home, Diogo Jota headed home, but it was ruled as offside. Then the last one that came on, the final one, a goal of Francesco Conceição, a boy that was born and raised in Porto. Actually, a big goal for Porto. Mind you, Sene Papa Gonçalo Conceição has a huge history in the Euros in there for Portugal as well, scoring in the quarterfinals, and it was a big one for them. He delivered in there. Portugal delivered. They showed that they're a class team in the difficult Czech side to break down. Mind you, don't write off this Czech side. The Czech side with Sofian Kufal. It's a Czech side with Sushek. It's a Czech side with Patrick Schick. It's a difficult side to play against, but Cristiano Ronaldo and a team Portugal were able to get all 3 points in the opening game, and it tells you, say, almost every game in the Euros now are difficult to play in. I mean, not just the Euros, but these Euros are proving that it's a very difficult league, a very difficult competition to play in, and Portugal have gotten their first points. Yes, it could have been better for manager Roberto Martinez, but they've done the job in there. A high Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube will give you the best in terms of tactical post-match and pre-match analysis. So, of course, stick and stay. Let us get into the analysis properly. Now, there's a breaking news. Just a couple of hours ago, and a story nearby said Chelsea are going for a centre back last season. Obama Deportivo Alaves, but then or Atletico de Madrid player, or your player Uni Spain. Your friend is Samu Omaru Dion. Now, if you look at somebody, our friend is Samu Omaru Dion at Chelsea. Now let us go back. Near options at Chelsea with respect to finding a striker this summer. They started majorly with Osimhen at some point in time, because Gyökeres Mobabekano. Then, of course, Benjamin Sesko by at some point in time. Then Abrante Feni John Duran, and then this. Now, what you have to understand, and it's Chelsea were a list of strikers at almost sure. So in terms of the list of strikers at Chelsea have possibility to come in, and they have in there. Again, Matisse and Gofo will say, I didn't see Chelsea and Concofa. Julian Alvarez and Michel. My explaining has it several times. The kind of attribute and skill set and profile of striker that Chelsea want. It is not Julian Alvarez. Chelsea want a physical specimen. They want somebody that can be bullish, somebody that hold up play and running of channels that can be equally, if not better, than Abrante friend Nicholas Jackson. And the person is supposed to have a box presence. Again, also a bit to say John Duran. It's the cleanness of striking on Lukita up top when he sets himself apart from other people. You understand? Now, why did Chelsea get here? First of all, what you have to understand is that Chelsea went in for Benjamin Sesko. Sesko extended his contract with RB Leipzig. He decided not to move from RB Leipzig this summer or the RB franchise this summer. And you see, Chelsea have to revise their plans and go in for another option. our first option after Benjamin Sesko Abrante friend John Duran. Of course, John Duran plays for Aston Villa. John Duran is experienced in English in the league, or a Colombian center forward, or a very, very good. Now, the thing is that he had his formative stages or the MLS team. Now, if Osho be to say Omar Diona, he had his formative stages in the Spanish La Liga. Now, why is it that up till now, still, Chelsea ain't the deal for Abrante and John Duran? It is because there is a difference in evaluation between John Duran, Everton, Aston Villa, and then Chelsea. Now, Aston Villa values this guy, John Duran, around 40 million, 45 million with Adams. Now, and Chelsea agrees, okay, fine. So also pay players with Chelsea, we can give you. But we play and also out on the 40 million. You want to say a 40 million player. Or a player we still have to develop him before we get anything out of him. They want to buy players at their own cost, not cost that Aston Villa imposing on them. Again, Omoji will say they will do some form of player swap and some the player better deal now. They spoke to Aston Villa again, and then they told them, say, Omo Ian Matheson, they value Ian Matheson at 35 million. And Ian Matheson now in the Champions League, any cry for Abrante and John Duran who has not played the Champions League. They don't understand. There is no way Ian Matheson should be less expensive than John Duran. And until I'm at Chelsea, any what's the name? Any Abrante, your friend John Duran deal, because that was Chelsea's first choice after Benjamin Sesko. Chelsea approached Villa. They got permission to talk to him. The issue was in evaluation of the player, and they could not get an agreement. Again, the wage demands of Abrante and John Duran was shokaka, and they believe okay, play our boy in the Champions League. Mind you, Makacho said one of the key things about Chelsea's projects going forward, the performance enhanced wage structure. In Chelsea say, so no kokoto player ba, obema ne salary ketwa. Now the performance ne caution no increase and that's exactly what they want to do. So if they're able to cut their wages, and while they're able to cut their wages, they're able to also maintain a very good squad balance, which is very, very important in the structure of the club. Now, that's the big deal. The outright purchase amount at Aston Villa for John Duran, Chelsea wins the evaluation was strong. Again, almost as soon as say the wage Abrante friend John Duran essence was shook, and then they are not able to deal with it. Now, so that's the biggest. Then they have to go on to our next option. Next option, obviously, Abrante your friend Samu Omar Rodion. Now, this is the story. 2 weeks ago. No, let me start on this side. Now, so Ubisa me say, why no Omar Rodion? Omar Rodion, as it stands now, player when you was Spain. In fact, the owner of the player is not Alaves. The owner of Samu Omar Rodion, a teamer, your friend Atletico de Madrid. It's Atletico de Madrid owns Samu Omar Rodion. Now, say Oshe player no any what he has done. They took him on loan to go and play in the Spanish La Liga for the Deportivo Alaves. Oshe just 8 goals. Now, Atletico Madrid funny believe strongly say this is a boy that they can sell him for big or top dollar in the next years to come. Inti Omonyo Omar say Obia Onyaba na they will sell the boy to you and then you go out. No. Or you're just 20 years of age. Last season, about 34 matches, so she 8 goals, or make you 1 assist on your 6 yellow card. Now, the thing is that this boy was born in Spain in Melilla, and or a Spanish boy have the Spanish education, Spanish football education. He was just born to African parents. That was Spain, and for him, he is a top player in that regard. They believe say, some boy will almost keep him for a very long time, and they will get money away from him. Last week. In a AS rumor for a picky phone or contact Atletico de Madrid. No catch a Madrid for say. Yehu mobo and your friend Samu Omar Rodion. Or you good center back. Or share in the height and in the physical. It's the kind of player that we want in our team. Or you're just 20 years. You're in 2004. I think say May 5th, 2004. And you Samu Omar Rodion. Now, ne parents ni me no a Nigerian for. Into Samu Omar Rodion. He has a Nigerian descent, but he was born in Spain, so he's Nigerian Spanish. Into Omo contacting on Rena. AS rumor for no reach out to Atletico and Atletico catch him say, the boy is a boy, and he say he's going to be a top striker. In terms of potential, he's up there. Into Yeka company will let Alvaro Morata money at the go and they will keep him. So we want him to fight for his place here. Any heroes room, I say, oh, you remember about 25 million for boy, no? A young player. Money be boy in Italian Serie A next season. 1 year player. Or baby boy, turn onward sale. Moving a percentage of it. And let's go Madrid did not agree to that deal from team my friend of ASRO. Now, just about Enra. And at Chelsea for no scouting, a full scout report of Samuel Maradona, especially with respect to data. When they compare John Duran, they realize that this boy is a younger boy, cast in the same shape as John Duran, more physical than John Duran, has a better height than John Duran. The idea about John Duran is better than him, and they say John Duran was a cleaner shot or cleaner strike on the ball than a branch of friends are. And Chelsea said, okay, then fine. Let's talk about Atletico Madrid. Chelsea have gone in, sent in a first bid of 35 million, excess about 38 million or 40 million. Atletico Madrid said no. The boys' release clause, I ain't even saying the activity in the next 2 to 3 years now, 80 million. And so if you come and take the ball there, it shouldn't be anything less than 55 million or 60 million for Samu Maradona. And Chelsea say, how can we come and buy a boy or just 20 years? I say about 34 games or Spanish La Liga, I say just 8 goals. A potential on the year. Anything at all can happen to the player. Into 8 million for some amount now can. And I let's come and say, okay, fine. If you are not. So Chelsea keep options no wide open for Abrante Fene Samu Maradona. And then they hope say they can go and get this player. See, we are Chelsea here. I know say you are looking for a finished striker, and I say a top striker. There isn't any available on the market. Top striker, finished article, experienced striker. None is available on the market. Victor Osimhen is out of the Chelsea conversation for 2 reasons, Makacho. Wages, and then the amount that Chelsea are possibly going to buy. 130 million, a way above of what Chelsea want to spend for a striker. Again, they almost believe it's strongly. Victor with issues of injuries that has hurt him and have hindered him for a while now. They don't want to spend that much for somebody that may spend some time on the treatment table. It is harder. They want to go with some young strikers. It is only Victor Fiona, only Jukeris Fiona. They are looking for these young strikers that will come in. Into Chelsea, that's what they said in this year. And money in your one be brave because Chelsea are really looking for quality on the market. But in the context of all of that, somebody that can also fit their model of how they want to run their club. And I understand that Chelsea are still open to have a deal for Duran. We're interested the deal for John Duran not out of the conversation. No, John Duran is not out of the conversation. Chelsea are still looking at a branch of friend John Duran. They will still continue discussions. But options, look at that. The more experienced John Duran in English Premier League, and then of course a branch your friend of Samu Maradona. And me, Marshall Maradona several times. I've watched Maradona for several times in the kind of things that he does. Maradona, for me, I think that in terms of the technical ability of the game and stylistically, he's just a notch or two higher than a branch your friend of John Duran. And again, I'm thinking that it's because of the football education free. Maradona in Nigeria or Spain, Colombia, and then USA for Abrante friend John Duran. But John Duran has a better ball striking ability than Abrante friend John Duran. And I think that for Maradona, incredibly gifted. If you want a real proper striker in the next 1 year, it's this boy. Almost on the same level, there's a channel runs and hold up play, like could be St. Nicholas Jackson, but more power, more physicality when he want, and that's what John Duran built. And the build up playing up there. He's incredibly, I think that for a striker with me creating separation or boxing, he's able to create a lot of separation. He's able to dart in there. Brantia, your friend Samu Maradona. Yes, the deal is not closed yet. The conversation hasn't ended yet. Chelsea are still looking for Brantia friend Maradona. The 40 million a cup. Atletico have turned it down. They've rejected the offer. They are still waiting to see how all of that will pan out. And I think that for me, it's a no contest. Looking at the quality of Abrante friend of Maradona. This week is still week for Operation Michael Olise. Operation Michael Olise. Chelsea have not stopped on Michael Olise. Even in the wake of the story of Abrante friend Samu Maradona, Chelsea are still doing Operation Michael Olise this week. They want to make sure they finish Michael Olise deal this week. And the goal is simple. Attack it full time. before so be move yako any other thing. So Maradona the options with respect to other strikers a war, but the main goal no Abrante friend Michael Olise and Abrante a friend of Maradona. So like I've said, sometimes there's a lot of drama about Abrante friend John Duran, and for we analysts, we always analyze the positives for you, but really there is quality in Abrante friend of Maradona. I think Obiowo, he received 21 big chances in 22 per 90 for a mid-table Spanish club, and I think per the convention, Abrante friend of John Samuel Maradona, top notch, very very rapid, very aggressive, very good in those channels, plays very well, understands what your team wants for him. And the skill set of our branch friend Samuel Maradona. We'll drop the curtain here. It was just an update on everything transfers for Chelsea Football Club. And we'll bring you the latest developments also in everything that's going on with Samuel Maradona, the conversation also with the other players, Michael Olise, and all of the other. Hi, Fiifi-Manfred, stick and stay. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Bye bye.